Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my Q&A. So if you were on the live yesterday, obviously the questions are gonna come from that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. If you want to know some stuff about me, I guess, then go ahead and just keep on watching. Go ahead and subscribe while you're at it and give this video a huge thumbs up. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first question was, what made me start YouTube? So what made me start YouTube is my passion for makeup. I actually already did videos, so I was kind of already used to it. I'm not really camera shy for the most part. I did have a makeup group with like 69,000 people on it, and I would go live to do my makeup all the time. So everybody on that group would be like, dude, you should start a YouTube channel. You should start a YouTube channel. Like, you should do it. You love it. It's something you love. You should do it. Someone on the group actually came up with my YouTube name, which I fell in love with. I was like, I love this. It's so unique. I honestly love it. I wish I could like remember exactly who made up my name for me so I can like give them thanks, but I don't remember. On what YouTubers do I follow and why? I follow a good variety of YouTubers. I follow Laura Lee, of course. I follow Manny MUA, Cassie Holmes. I follow Cassie Holmes because she has oily skin just like I do, and I feel like that's like the only way I'll know if a foundation will really work for my skin, because she always says that her skin is super oily and mine is super oily. So that's the reason I follow her. I like Tina Halada. I love Tina Halada. I feel like she keeps it real on her channel. Daisy Marquez. I like Daisy Marquez. Who else do I follow? I follow a good variety of people, but majority like Manny MUA. I like watching him because he does a lot of reviews. I like watching Laura Lee because she does a lot of reviews as well. And I like Tina Halada because hers is like always looks. It's not really like reviews. She's always doing a look, and I like watching her for like look ideas. I follow a good variety of people, but that's the reasons why. Does Richie support you? Yes, he does. He actually really supports me on all of this. He actually is the one who bought me my background. He actually bought me my soft boxes. He actually bought me this camera for Christmas. He's like been really like on top of it with me. He's like, you need to film already, you know, you're getting there, you'll get there, you're gonna keep growing, you have to just keep trying, you have to want it. He's always inspiring me to keep going and not give up. So I would say yes. Do I want kids? That's a really good question. I'm still debating on if I want kids or not. I say no and I say yes often. I say yes because, I mean, who doesn't want kids? Well, there's a lot of people that don't want kids, but I mean, I feel like having a kid is a blessing, but at the same time, the world is so screwed up nowadays and it's so scary, honestly. Like, you can hear a freaking firecracker in the mall and everybody would run out thinking it's gonna be another mass shooting. So that's the part that kind of makes me reach towards the no, just because I don't want my kids to have to go through a bad generation that we're going through right now. But a part of me says yes because, I mean, I do want a mini-me. So yeah. Any wedding bells coming soon? I honestly don't know how to answer this question. I can't say yes and I can't say no because honestly it's all up to him. But we do talk about wedding, we do talk about getting married in the future, but obviously we're still too young and we want to live our life to the fullest before we actually get married. Who is my favorite actor slash actress? My favorite actor, I'll actually insert a picture of him because I honestly don't even remember his name, but it's the man that's in Taken, the old man. I think he's in Taken. He's in the Flight Stop or Stop. It's that old man, the one that's like almost all the like mystery movies and like the action movies. I know y'all gonna know who I'm talking about, but he is like my ultimate favorite actor. I love his movies so much. Freaking love him. Where do I see myself in 10 years? 10 years, I see myself being a teacher because that's what I'm currently like going towards. I see myself being a teacher, possibly one kid possibly on my way with 2. Married, of course, living in like a nice house with a lot of land, because that's what me and my boyfriend want whenever we get married. We want to have like a lot of land. I see myself, honestly, I see myself very successful. I don't see myself like being bad. I see myself very successful with possibly 2 kids, married, with a house, still doing makeup, of course. Dream vacation. Dream vacation. I would say my dream vacation is New Zealand during Christmas time. That's my dream vacation, because they're always posting their winter wonderland, and it's like, it's so freaking beautiful. Like, oh my god, I want to go so bad. I think New Zealand and England, oh my god, Spain, Barcelona. I want to go to so many places. I can't really narrow it down to one. But next one is, are you a cat or dog person? I am honestly more of a dog person, but I do like cats. Me and Richie were actually going to adopt a cat from, I think it was PetSmart, but he ended up being allergic. So if I do get married with him in the future, that's gonna suck if I do like want a cat, because he's like really allergic. Thank god he's not allergic to dogs though, because if he was allergic to dogs, I don't think I would be with him, because I love dogs and I have to have a dog. What do your parents think about Richie? Honestly, my parents love Richie, especially. I feel like my dad really loves him. My dad loves him a lot. But my parents pretty much really like him. They always want him around. They're always asking about how he's doing. You know, they know that he's like super into me and that he actually cares about me. And that's the reason that they love him, because they can see it in him that he loves me. So there goes your question. Do I sing and sing for y'all? If I do. I do not sing. I mean, I sing. Everybody sings. But do I sing good? No. I will probably bust your ears if you're watching this. I will break your windows. Like, I was in choir for like 3 years and I still don't know how to sing. Like, I do not know how to sing. One is, where did I meet Richie? I guess I met him on Facebook. Basically what happened is I didn't have a prom date, and I was just telling everybody like, hey, if your boyfriend has a cousin, let them know I need a prom date. I was just asking everybody. I was like, I really need a prom date. I don't want to go by myself. I don't want to go with friends because I don't got friends. I was just like, I want a date to prom. That's all. I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want nothing. I just want a date. I don't want to go by myself. And I was kind of like, in a way, like cocky. I wanted my prom date to look a certain way, be a certain height. You know, I was just like really picky. But one day my mom's like, hey, Ruby, my cousin Ruby, she was like, hey, Ruby said that during the time it was her fiance, that her fiance had a cousin and that he needed a prom date too. So she was like, so maybe y'all can go to prom together and blah blah blah. You know, they said that they were gonna tell him to ask you, or you talk to him and add him on Facebook. So I was kind of like ignoring it for a while. I was just like, like no. But then prom started getting closer, and that's whenever I was like, screw it, like I'm just gonna message this guy. So I messaged my cousin and I was like, hey, like, what's his name on Facebook? Does he have a Facebook? She sent me a screenshot of his Facebook. So I go and I add him, and he literally like added me so like back so quick. And I messaged him and I was like, hey, and he was like, hi. And I was like, so I'm guessing they told you? And he was like, yeah, about prom. And I was like, yeah. I was like, we should go together. And he was like, yeah, you should go to my prom. And I was like, dude, that would be so cool. So I asked my mom and she said no. She was like, you are not going to 2 proms. You can only go to 1. So that sucked. He actually went by himself with his friends. And I went with him. But yeah, that's technically how we met. I basically pulled a pickup line in a way to get his number. I was like, hey, I'm gonna give you my number, just text me because my internet's slow. And that was bullshit. My internet was not slow. I just wanted his number. So, because I prefer texting than being on Facebook. I don't know why, I just do. I prefer it. So that's how I got his number, and honestly things just escalated from there, and now we're going on 2 years. Family traditions. Family traditions is, there's a lot of family traditions. I feel like we have like obviously the 15s, the quinceañeras, and we have tamales season. We have to have tamales during Christmas time. Like it's to the point that you hate tamales. Like you eat them every day, morning, lunch, and dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's like to the point that even whenever December comes again, you're like barely starting to want tamales. Like, I hate tamales. I honestly don't like tamales that much, but tamales season. And our little like family tradition is that every single year for Christmas time, we always go to Santa's Wonderland. It's like this thing where they celebrate Christmas. They have like a little hay ride, and they have like all these little like activities for the kids. They have fake snow, and we go like every single year. Another family tradition is that we always go on vacation every single summer. So every summer we will go somewhere. Last year we went to Colorado and we went to Cancun. This year we're going to Alaska, and I think we may go to Colorado again. And then next year we may go to Jamaica. So like every year we like to go somewhere. I've been to Puerto Rico, I've been to Mazatlan, Sinaloa, I've been to Cancun like 3 times. I've been to Cali. I've been to a lot of places. We really like to travel, so I guess that's a family tradition since we do go every single year. My favorite thing to do with Richie date-wise. So I would say my favorite, like my go-to thing to do with Richie is either the movies or bowling. I'm like addicted to bowling, even though I kind of suck at it, and he always makes fun of me because of that. He's always telling me like, you want to go bowling? Like, I'm gonna beat you. And I'm just like, dude, I know, just let me be. But most of all, movies, because my favorite part about going to the movies is eating a freaking pickle. Like, I love going to the movies just because of the pickle. And I always have to have a pickle whenever I go to the movies. I love it. I feel like that's like my favorite part, and I love watching movies. So yeah. Next question is actually really funny. This one is my most embarrassing moment ever. So my most embarrassing moment was actually in 4th grade, and basically I was in a very, I'm just gonna say the word, ghetto environment during that time. And basically all I would listen to was rap and hip-hop. I would speak Spanish because of my dad, but for the most part I always wanted to be an African American, always growing up, because that's the environment I was in. That's the environment I would be around. I would always get bullied because I was Hispanic and I was the only white complected in the whole entire school, including teachers. There was literally not one Hispanic teacher in the entire school. I was literally the only Hispanic, so I would always get bullied for it. So that's put aside. So there was a dance, and there was this, like, I obviously used to twerk and like shake my butt and dance and everything just like them, because like I said, that's what I was around. And there was this one time that there was a dance and I was dancing, and it was like the song, I'll actually play it in a little bit, but it was a song, it's called Laffy Taffy. So basically the song goes, girl, shake that Laffy Taffy, that Laffy Taffy, and then it says like drop it or like something like that. Oh no, it wasn't Laffy Taffy, it was pop, lock, and drop it. So it was like you pop and then you lock and then you drop, like you squat down and you dance or whatever. So apparently my pants were a little too tight, so whenever I was dancing and then it said drop it, whenever I dropped it, my pants tore through the middle. Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. And like I feel like people heard it, you know, like even though the song was like so loud, I felt like people heard my pants tearing. But I did have a sweater, So I literally took off my sweater and wrapped it around my waist and tied it, and I ran my ass to the nurse. I ran my ass to the nurse. But my parents were out of town. My parents are actually out of town. So my aunt picked me up and she was like, girl, what happened? And I just like, literally, I just like opened my legs and I was like, look. And oh my god, it was like, I was like 11 years old, I think. I was like 10 or 11 years old, but it was the funniest thing ever. That was my most embarrassing moment ever, because I literally had Barbie underwears. Barbie. And it was just, that was hilarious. Next question is, who said I love you first? So I swear that Richie said that first, but he swears that I said it first. He says that he definitely did not say it first, that I said it first. And he says that I called him babe first, and we weren't even together. He said, I honestly don't even remember, but he swears that I said it first. And he said that I called him babe first because it like slipped out once, and he was like, babe, and I was like, he said that I said that, yeah, I mean, we're gonna end up together anyways, might as well just call you babe. And that's where babe came from, and yeah, from so on. Next one is, one thing I would change from the past. One thing I would change from the past is beating up my ex, because he like, yeah, like he was like making up stuff about me and lying about me and telling the whole school stuff, but at the same time, like, that kind of like ruined me in a way, because I was like a straight A student during the time. And after that I beat him up, I got sent to like the bad school. So whenever I got sent to the bad school, that's whenever it ruined everything. I just gave up in school. I wasn't trying anymore. I didn't care anymore because I had already screwed up. So that's something I can change. I would change that. Next question is, how is y'all's relationship? Our relationship is pretty good. We're really good about telling each other how we feel and why we feel that. We're really good at, you know, working things out, talking things through and stuff like that. So I would say our relationship is really good. Yes, we have our arguments. What couple doesn't? But at the end of the day, we always end up talking it through and getting over it. So that's the best thing that I love. Next one is prank on boyfriend. I actually have that video. I'm actually gonna like put it somewhere here and kind of show you a glimpse of it. It was so hilarious, but he got so pissed, like super pissed. Next one is, do you get along with his family? Yes, we go. His parents always invite us to go to places, so we always go to places, and I always take his little sister everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but whenever there's like a birthday party or something, or my like little cousin's party, I always bring her along. I feel like I always wanted a little sister, so that's why I always like, I have like a little thing for her. But yeah, we all get along. And that's the end of the questions. That's it. So that concludes this video. If y'all have any other questions, I'll probably do an update in like a couple of months or something. But yeah, those are all the questions. I hope this video made your day in a way, because I found some of these stories kind of funny. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see you on my next one. Bye.